entrepreneurs, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing 8 tips on how you can avoid burnout. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, because here on this channel we discuss 9-to-5 life / entrepreneurship and how to balance both to get the life you deserve, or should I say to own the life that you have and walk down the path of enlightenment and understand that this is not a destination, but it is a lifestyle. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Okay, so first and foremost, I just want to discuss the tips that I have learned along my journey when it comes to avoiding burnout, because what I've been learning this past month literally is that you really have to surrender to your lifestyle and not drain yourself to accommodate a lifestyle that doesn't own who you are. What do I mean by that? I've been doing some research when it comes to my other favorite content creators at the moment, and I've realized that they are all hitting this wall of like creativity. And don't get me wrong, we all are going to hit a wall or hit a, what is it called, a creative block. We're going to have our creative blocks, but this wasn't a creative block. These are walls of burnout. And they're just explaining how they don't even know if they still want to continue on doing YouTube. And it made me wonder, it made me think, and it made me really do some deep work on if I'm going down the path that I know I should be. And I realized that it doesn't have to be that hard if I just pick the camera up and just be authentic to the point where I'm not worried about my surroundings. I'm not worried about how I may seem or how I come off, or editing to the point where it's like perfect, and worrying about any of that, because that takes a lot of time and energy. And so I was like, it's the authenticity. We live in a world where everything has to look a certain aesthetic for it to be pleasing to others. But I'm learning that if you just create and put it out there and not worry so much about how it looks, that it does just as great as the content that was presented in an aesthetic way. What do I mean by that? Okay, so for example, over on Sheba Curls, I've been creating content, and I give myself a hard time because I'm a perfectionist. My Chiron is in Pisces. If you don't know where your Chiron placement is, you need to go look it up. It is your child wound, and it's something that you have to literally learn to work around in this lifetime. So if you don't know where your Chiron is, go get a free birth chart at astrocafe.com and figure it out, because this has helped me so much. It made me realize that everything does not have to be perfect for it to work out. And the last 2 years I spent, literally, I kid you not, trying to be perfect. And once I realized that I don't have to be perfect and I just be consistent and it's just as good, then I started seeing results. And it is part of the reason why I kept hitting the wall so frequently. I still do sometimes, because I had to learn when to stop. Like, I got addicted to keep on going. I got addicted to just keep going and going and going. And I'm learning now that I do not have to do that. I don't have to put out so much content. It's not about how much you create. It's about how consistent you are. So for example, I was thinking I had to create 3 YouTube videos a month for me to get followers or subscribers, when really I just need to create 1 piece of content and make sure that I'm consistent with it every month. I mean, if I want to do 2, I can, but it doesn't have to be so much content that I'm wearing myself out. And then in the midst of it, I don't have to make it look a certain way to the point where I'm wearing myself out. Understand that it's when you operate in your authentic self and when you surrender to who you are and your truth that you'll realize that you don't have to work so hard. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the 8 tips on how to avoid burnout. But this was just something that I just wanted to share with you all when it comes to like my personal experience and what I've been learning, because I'm an aesthetic babe. Okay, I love aesthetics, so I tried that route. Don't drive yourself crazy. Okay, so I gave you the 2, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the 6. And before I begin, I just want to make it very clear that I tried something different, and this is basically a point to prove when it comes to time management. If you aren't managing your time, you need to get serious about it, because this allows you to still have your personal life and still enjoy the things you like to do besides YouTube, okay? Yes, it still requires time management, but it can be done in literally a day. You can literally plan out your whole entire month in one day and be on a smooth path to relaxing on your off time. Okay, so I decided to try this new app. If you have not already heard about it, it is AI. And I'm not real big on AI. I actually uninstalled the app once I was done, but I wanted to try it to see if it was really about the hype, like everybody was saying, right? So I downloaded it and I said, what are some tips on avoiding burnout? And it actually gave me 6 tips on how to avoid burnout. It actually gave me 8, but for some reason, once I uninstalled it, I copied and pasted it to myself in Messenger, and yeah, it only gave me 6 because somehow I didn't get all of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and read you what AI suggests that you do, and this is a point proven that you can work smarter and not harder. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that AI can help with everything. For example, some of this stuff you have to learn on your own, which is why I gave you my personal opinion on how to avoid the burnout. But as I was reading these 6, I was like, oh my God, this is like everything that I'm doing right now. So, number 1, set a schedule. Create a schedule that includes your work hours, time for your YouTube channel, and other important activities. This will help you stay organized and ensure that you have enough time for everything. Okay, so that's exactly what I was saying. Literally, you have to create a schedule. You have to get organized with your time. If not, time will be running you, literally. If you are mindfully a scroller, get serious about your time. Set timers, alarms. Get serious about your time. Number 2, batch your content. Try to create content in batches during your free time on weekends or evenings. This will help you save time during the week and ensure that you have a consistent flow of content for your audience. That's another thing. Today's my day off, so I decided to pick up the camera before I go to bed in 30 minutes. This gives me time to create the content, and then I can go tomorrow, put it together. Like I said, you don't have to do too much editing. You literally can just use Canva and just put it together and like kind of crop out the parts where like you hit the button and you're done. Intro, outro, done. Don't make it so aesthetically pleasing. I'm starting to understand that the more real you are, the more people can relate. Because let's be honest, if you get on a YouTube channel and it's all aesthetics, can you really take them serious? Like, we know that you're being fake. Like, don't get me wrong, I know why you're doing it, but we have to be realistic, especially today. People are catching on like that. If you're not being real and authentic, we can tell. So be real and authentic. Number 3, optimize your workflow. Look for ways to streamline your workflow and make it efficient. For example, you can use tools like Hootsuite or Buffer to schedule social media posts ahead of time. I actually use that on my business account where like I don't have to be active on that account. I can create the content and have it scheduled to be posted. So that way you are actually utilizing your time somewhere else. Number 4, prioritize your tasks. Make a list of your tasks and prioritize them based on their importance. This will help you focus on the most critical task and avoid getting overwhelmed. That's another thing. Don't beat yourself up if you didn't finish all your tasks in one day. Start with the most important. That way, like, you can sleep peacefully at night knowing that you got the most important task done. Because some days you're not going to get it all done. And I think that we have to be more realistic with ourselves because we put too much on ourselves, and that's what caused us to hit a brick wall. You have to be more realistic on more important and what can wait. Because at the end of the day, like, that's just life. Things happen. 5, stay consistent. Consistency is key. When it comes to running a successful YouTube channel, try to stick to a regular schedule for uploading new content. Even if it means posting less frequently. Like I said, if it means you posting one video a month, as long as you're consistent, it's going to be fine. Just be real with your content and don't beat yourself up about how you look or how how your aesthetic looks, because it doesn't matter. 6, take care of yourself. Don't forget to take care of yourself and prioritize your health and well-being. Make sure to take breaks and get enough sleep and stay active. I totally recommend this. Making sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep every night is critical, or you will be in fight or flight mode, meaning you'll be on edge and all your triggers will be just there, okay? You'll be activated and ready to snap on whoever and anybody, and it's not healthy. Make sure you're getting your 8 hours of sleep so that you can be productive and healthy at the same time. That is more important. We've got to stop looking to hustle culture and thinking that's the way to get things done, because it's a lie, okay? Don't let them fool you. Your well-being is way more important than how much you got done that day. Okay, and it says, remember, it's important to find a balance between your job and your passion for creating content. With the right mindset and strategy, you can successfully juggle both and achieve your goals. Totally agree. I believe that if we find time for our mind, body, and spirit, everything else will align the way that it needs to. You have to make sure that you are in alignment at all times. So if you're neglecting your rest, then you're neglecting your body. You're neglecting your spirit and you're neglecting your mind. Making sure that you are staying aligned is getting rest, eating a proper diet, drinking your water, making sure you're feeding your mind with positive thoughts, positive affirmations, and doing mental exercises so that your focus is on point. It is so important. So if you find yourself mindfully scrolling on Instagram, set alarms and only allow yourself a certain amount of time on Instagram. If you're a content creator, you can't be on Instagram or YouTube scrolling mindfulnessly, or mindful. I don't know. See, I messed up. I'm not going to take it out, because at the end of the day, we are human. Like, it is what it is. Just make sure that you give yourself grace, because we beat ourselves up when it comes to creating our content, to the point where we're not being human. We're so focused on trying to be perfect, and at the end of the day, we are who God made us to be. So without further ado, I've got 30 minutes to get ready for bed, so I'm gonna take my contacts out, wrap my hair, and brush my teeth and get ready for bed. But I just wanted to go ahead and make this content tonight because tomorrow is going up. Okay, so peace, entrepreneurs. I am hoping that this information has helped. If it has, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. Also, if you are a returning sub, I truly appreciate you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for being here. It means so much to me from the bottom of my heart. I am truly grateful. Without further ado, I'm going to close this out. Peace.